Have you ever felt like you didn't belong, even around your own blood? Like you were born into a family that could never truly see you? The way you think, the way you feel, the way you carry pain that isn't even yours. It's like your soul showed up centuries ahead of the people around you. They laugh when you cry. They settle when you dream. And deep down, you've always known you're not like them. But here's the truth they never told you. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're chosen. And being chosen doesn't come with comfort. It comes with purpose. A purpose that feels like fire in your chest, like silence in a crowded room, like God whispering your name when no one else remembers you exist. Because in every family line, in every generation, there's always one, just one soul, bold enough, brave enough, awake enough to break the patterns no one else could, to carry the weight so the others can breathe. And if this message found you today, it's not by accident. You were meant to hear this, to remember who you are and why you were born into that specific family. Because what feels like a curse is actually your calling. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we're going to unlock the spiritual reason why there's only one chosen one in every family. And if you're still listening, maybe that one is you. Before we dive in, if your spirit is already resonating with this, click like not for the algorithm but as a declaration. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is your sign. And drop 99 in the comments. Not just a number, it's prophetic. It represents the one God leaves the 99 to go after. Because you are that one. Now, let's go deeper. Let's be honest. Being the chosen one doesn't feel like a victory. It feels like war. A quiet war. Invisible to everyone around you, but raging inside you. You're not just carrying your own pain. You're carrying the trauma your family never dared to name. You walk into rooms and feel energies shift. You sense things no one talks about. You see patterns. And know, deep down, they stop with you. You weren't given this role because you were the strongest. You were given it because you were the most willing. Willing to confront what others run from. Willing to question what others blindly follow. Willing to hurt if it means the next generation heals. You forgive people who never apologized. You give love where none was taught. You break habits that feel centuries old. And no one claps for it. No one sees it. But heaven does, because you're not being punished. You're being positioned. The isolation? That's God pulling you aside to sharpen you in silence. The delays? That's divine timing, aligning your life with something far bigger than comfort. The constant tension? That's the weight of destiny sitting on your shoulders. Others were allowed to rest in dysfunction. You were called to rise through it. Because when God chooses someone to carry the oil, He also allows them to feel the crushing. That's what they don't see. They see your strength, but not your scars. They see your light, but not the nights you begged God to take the calling away. But He didn't, because He knew you wouldn't quit. And maybe you've asked yourself, why does it feel like I'm always the one under fire? Why do I cry over things no one else even notices? Why is peace so rare and the battle so constant? Because you're not just living for yourself. You're living for everyone who came before you and everyone who will come after. You are the bridge, the wall, the first of your kind. And there's something else you need to know. Something no one's ever told you. The burden isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your awakening. And in the next few minutes, you're going to see why carrying this weight was never about surviving. It was about transforming everything that touches you. Keep listening. What's coming next might just explain the part of your life you've never been able to understand until now. Let's talk about something most people run from. Divine isolation. Not loneliness. Isolation. That sacred, silent space where everything familiar disappears, where even those closest to you no longer feel close, where your own family looks at you, but doesn't see you. Maybe that's been your story. You show up with love, and they respond with distance. You speak truth, and they call it rebellion. You shine too bright, and they get uncomfortable. But listen carefully. You're not being abandoned. You're being set apart. Because chosen ones are never placed in the crowd. They're pulled out of it. They walk different, think different, see different. Not because they're better, but because their vision stretches beyond the limits of the people around them. You can't carry a heavenly assignment and expect earthly approval. Even Jesus said, "A prophet is without honor in his own home." Even Joseph had dreams of royalty, and his brothers threw him in a pit. Not because he was weak, but because they could sense the crown before it ever touched his head. That's what divine isolation is. It's God removing you from noise, from patterns, from distractions, so he can prepare you in secret. Because before God elevates you publicly, he will always hide you privately. Think about it. The butterfly doesn't grow wings in the wind. It grows them in the dark, in silence, in a cocoon no one understands. So if you've been feeling like no one gets you, if you've been wondering why doors closed, why friendships faded, why your own family seems distant, pause. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. The isolation is not the end. It's the hallway between your past and your purpose. A sacred space where God does his deepest work. Without applause. Without audience. But with eternal intention. Because here's the secret. The greater the call, the deeper the separation. And maybe right now you're walking through your own spiritual wilderness. You feel unseen, unheard, forgotten. But heaven hasn't forgotten you. It's forming you. God is crafting something so rare, so needed, that it had to be done away from the eyes of others. And when your time comes, when the cocoon breaks, when the pit turns into a throne, the same people who doubted you will have no choice but to witness the elevation. But before that moment comes, there's one more thing you need to understand. Something that might explain why you feel everything so deeply. Why your heart was designed to carry more than most. That truth is what we'll uncover next. You ever feel like you're carrying an awareness no one else around you has? Like while everyone else is laughing, you're weeping inside? While they're distracted by the world's noise, you're listening to a voice no one else hears? While they sleep soundly, you can't shake the feeling that something in your family is off. It's like you're living with a heightened sense. Every word feels heavier. Every glance cuts deeper. Every silence speaks louder. And the strangest part? You can feel things others can't even begin to notice. The way your sister's smile doesn't quite reach her eyes. The tension in your parents' voices even when they say nothing's wrong. The storm brewing under the surface of your family's calm. You feel it all. You know it all. And in moments of crisis, when the world spins into panic while others start to fall apart, you're the one who prays. You're the one who stands, eyes closed, knowing there's something greater at work. It's not that you're immune to fear. It's that you have something stronger. A divine sensitivity that guides you when everything else around you seems chaotic. This, my friend, is not weakness. This is spiritual strength in its purest form. You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to follow the noise. You were born to be the lighthouse in your family's storm. The one who sees past the surface, who feels the tremors before the quake, who hears the quiet warning before the flood. God has given you a rare gift. A gift of discernment, of spiritual sensitivity. Not to make you a victim, but to make you a protector. You can see the cracks in the foundation before they break. You can sense danger before it becomes visible. And when the world rushes to the wrong answers, you'll be the one who points to the truth.